quote that I see all the time in the red pill community, that Christian women are a 304's final form. And basically what that person says, whoever made that quote, is that you can do all of the reckless things you want in life, right? And then become a Christian after that and expect everybody to forgive you. And we're supposed to just accept you now as a new creature. And they say you shouldn't. They say that if you're a good person and if you've never done anything wrong in your life and you're a perfect high value man or whatever, that they should not accept that person. Now, here's the truth, because that's a lie from the pits of hell. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell a specific person who they can and cannot choose to be married to. But I will tell you this. This is why believers need to stick with believers and unbelievers stick with unbelievers. And then within the Christian community as a believer, if you have a past and you are meeting a man, because I'm talking to women, right? If you have a past and you're meeting a man and you tell your testimony, because this might be a reason why you don't want to tell your testimony, because you fear that you will be judged. Let me tell you something, and this is the hard road. When you choose to get comfortable with somebody in the courting process and you tell your testimony and they judge you and they look down on you and they say you're not worthy, please tell them your testimony, because what you're doing is disqualifying that man. And that is not a reflection on you. It is a reflection on them. If they decide that what you did in your past is enough for them not to want to marry you, that is their right. Let them go elsewhere. Okay? Let them go find somebody that has not overcame that thing. That is their right. The last thing you want to do is get married to somebody who thinks you're one way, and then they cannot, in their spiritual maturity, look at you as the person you are today. They cannot look at your fruits of the Holy Spirit that you show today. It shows that they are not spiritually mature enough to be your husband, and you don't want them leading you. I promise you, you don't want those problems. I promise you, it says a lot more about them than it does about you. And everybody has a right to have preferences and say, I don't want that testimony in my life. We are not for everybody. Okay? Just like I come from a place of addiction. I used to be an alcoholic for 10 years. I don't think that people that come from addiction are bad people if they are overcome. Like me, I'm sober for 5 years and counting, 5.5 years. I would not really want to marry somebody that has a past of addiction, just because for me, I think that might cause me to stumble. If they get weak and I get weak at the same time, that might not be something I want to deal with. Does that mean I'm going to X everybody out? No, but I would really have to look at the fruits to see if I want to be with somebody that has that same weakness that I have. So it doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with you today. But if they don't want those issues, then that is totally fine. But why should you still share your testimony? Because that same person, you might be able to help show them that everything that you've been through has made you a better person, and it might give them a way to look at people with more grace and love.